Ladies and gents, welcome to the platform. Next to me, I've got Thobi Rose. How are you feeling?
I'm feeling good, man. How are you?
I'm good. Congratulations. You are nominated today for the Yobas. Tell us about that.
Yeah, it's the second year in a row, obviously, being nominated. For me, it's quite exciting, only because for the first time, I feel like there's a bit of diversity with the nominations and the nominees. We're seeing the Rivas out there who does cars. We're seeing Snee out there with the fashion. We're seeing K Yarms out there with beauty. And then we're seeing Thobi Rose out there with the travel and lifestyle, right? A little bit of the whole package out there, right?
Yeah.
So for me, it's quite exciting being amongst such amazing women that I follow myself and love their content. Of course, this is about me, and I know that as it's scary, being with them also as a nominee, but I'm excited to finally possibly put travel on the map, right? Because I think a lot of the time people don't see that as a category on its own. A lot of the time when you're thinking of influencing and content, it's fashion, it's music, it's the typical, it's fashion, hair, makeup. And I'm coming in with another side, right? And I'm hoping that this year we take it home, not just for myself, but for travel, for tourism, for lifestyle, for the girls who are doing something a little bit different.
What I find interesting also is just like, it's all ladies, what does that mean, for, only ladies to be nominated? Does it mean that, guys are not doing the things, or is it always been male nominated, now things are changing, school us on that.
I think it is dominated. It is woman dominated, specifically that category, and specifically when you're looking at influencer marketing, if you're looking at content creators as a whole, right? There is over 85% black women who are dominating that segment. We are seeing a little bit of the rise in the males, but I think for the reality, it makes sense that it is for women, because sadly the men are totorovering here. They're here, neither here or there, I think. A lot of them, it's just a little hobby that they're doing on the side. And for all four of us up there, these are our jobs. We are all full-time content creators. And so for us, it is a business. It is something that we're taking seriously, and it's something that we put in work in every single day of our lives from the minute we wake up. But to listen, I think the males need to start taking it a little bit more seriously, and I'd love to see a little bit more males actually entering the space. Come on, guys, do the grooming, do something, do something a little bit different.
Hey man, I don't know about that. I think as gents, we are cool, in our little corners. So this is your full-time gig. I remember, I met you, I don't even know how long ago.
Probably 8 years ago.
Yeah, you used to be like a content producer for one of the big lifestyle shows on DSTV, right? VN. And you used to interview people like how I'm interviewing you today, And when did it hit you that, you know what, man, flip it. I'm going to do this thing full time and leave my job and focus on being an influencer? Like, take me through that moment, because I kind of know the story. I'm not sure if I do, if I know the whole story, but I just want you to paint a picture for us.
I think I've always been a content creator. I think I've always been an influencer. You've already said it, right? I was a huge influencer at the time, being able to hold your own and interview people from all walks of life, celebrities, international celebrities, local celebrities, people trying to make it. But even before the entertainment, I was at YFM, right? I was on air, I was doing entertainment, and even at that time, I was working with brands, I was emceeing a few things, I was working, part-time after that. And so for me, it's always been a Kazini. It's always been something that I think the name has evolved with the times. But being a content creator, I've always been. I was born one. Even on campus, I was a content creator, I worked for a really big cell phone company on campus. I was an ambassador. I was a huge ambassador again, only 2 on campus at UJ, right? For an alcohol brand. So I've always been a people's person. I've always been a brands person. I've always worked with brands. But for me, that hoo-ha moment actually happened. I remember getting paid, right? I got paid, and then I was like, oh shit, there's a lot of money. And then I was like, I'm gonna book a trip. So I booked a trip. I think I'd been working at V Entertainment for not longer than 3 months. And I went to Bali. After coming to Bali, me and my sister bought a camera. And then we started documenting a little bit more seriously on our Instagrams, and we're like let's actually document. Then came people asking for more content, and people saying, can you do this? Can you do that? And then when the time started to change in the television world, as we all know, because there's a lot of red tape, and sometimes that channel, they're not like wanting to move forward, and now all of our jobs are hanging in a thread. I was like, listen, Thobi, I think I can do this. And even at that time, I was working with brands, of course not at a scale that I am right now, but I took the leap. I literally took the leap. I don't know what it was. I don't know how I even knew back then that I would still be here, and that I'd still be doing well, and not like scared, because it was a scary decision, being able to say, like, I'm going to do this full time. I wasn't getting paid what I'm getting paid now, and luckily for me, had a great support structure. I lived at home at the time, so there was no huge cost to me being able to do this. But I still had family, years later, who were like, hey, there's a job, Thobi, come produce. I was like, I'm tired of producing. I want to produce for myself, right? And being able to have that background for me has been something that helped me immensely in content creation, because I am now my own content producer. I am now my own script writer. I am now my own everything. And I run the show now, right? I am the channel.
Yeah, I love it. And shout out to your sister, by the way.
Yes.
You guys are amazing. So, tell us now about the inside story, because obviously you've been doing this thing for a long time behind the scenes, on the screen. And you get to understand exactly, where the industry is going. And I know these days parents are always saying, like, new parents are always saying, my kid wants to be an influencer. Like, can you share, what do you think is going to happen? What is the future of content creation and people being influencers?
I think what's going to happen is that it's going to evolve the same way it evolved 10, 20 years ago, the same way we were brand starters, we were brand builders. They gave us all these names, when we were in high school, varsity, whatever. We were promoters, It's going to evolve, and I think what's going to also largely happen is that we are going to become our own small companies. We are going to become the new agencies.
Hey, you coming for the...
I'm not going to lie, right? And I'm seeing it right now. I'm seeing it as I evolve. I'm seeing it as my business evolves. That when you look, for example, at a 5-star hotel, the hotel has a marketing manager who knows nothing about what's happening on the ground. They have no insights. Thobi has all the insights. She knows what's happening on the ground. So if Thobi goes there and pitches and says, listen here, I'm an agency. I will be running all your social media for you. I'll be running all your influencer marketing strategies and all of that. Because I'm already doing that for Thobi Rose, the brand, and I have actual proof. It is so much easier for me to now say, I am your agency and I can do that. So that is actually what's going to happen, especially if you're smart about it and you don't see it as just a posting thing, and you see it as a platform that is a part of the bigger network that is actually going to start happening now. And I think that's fun because, of course, we're getting older. We're wanting to do more. You never know, magazines, radio. We might be starting our own radio, podcasting. There's so many ways for us to actually create the content. There's so many ways for us to get information dispersed. And I think if we think outside of the box, we become the powerhouses, we become the Oprahs who started her own powerhouse, and we start taking over.
So the future is niche agencies. Okay.
Niche, boutique, very, very structured and very, very to the T. Yeah.
Okay, interesting, man. Lastly, Thobi Rose, how can people get a hold of you, and what are you working on?
So you guys can get a hold of me on all Instagram, platforms really, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. It's all Thobi Rose, THOBI_ROSE. It's not Rose, it's Rose, okay? And then I do have a website. You can check me out there too, thobirose.com. And then I am also on YouTube, Thobi Rose. What I'm working on now is exactly what I spoke about now, elevating, going to the next level. Currently working on doing a few niche events around the travel space, and also really doing a huge thing in September, so look out for that, for Tourism Month. And we're taking it more physical. Online is great, but we want to see you, we want to connect with you. So yeah, guys, stay tuned, I promise you.
Looking forward to it, man, and hopefully in June we'll see you lifting the trophy.
Yes, go vote for Thobi Rose.
Vote for Thobi Rose, and we out, yo. Danko. It's amazing, man.
Dope, bro.